Today I want to talk to you about the Faab sheet. And with the Faab sheet, what this is probably one of the most powerful exercises you can go through in helping you to define who you are, and then also being able to communicate that to a prospective employer. So I want to walk through it, just a real simple example. And keep in mind that you may be a 20-year veteran. You're going to have lots of experience in various areas. You can take and list this right down the line. One of my good examples of this in the recruiting effort, I had an individual that actually was at a very high level within a manufacturing organization, and by the time he got done he put together 15 sheets. But as a recruiter, when I was looking to present him to a prospective company, I knew everything there was about him and being able to sell the benefits to a prospective employer. And I placed him, and from that we did a ton of business with his company after he was there as well. And so it can be an extremely powerful exercise for you. And so sometimes when we look at exercises like this, you say, well, I don't know whether I'm going to fill this all out and go through all this. I really encourage you to do that. So let's just take a real simple example and kind of the merits behind that and why this might make sense for you. So when we look at features, what we are is defining or listing really what you've done, the position maybe that you've held, and the type of responsibilities associated with that. And so I'm going to break it down very simply here, but we're looking at platoon sergeant, for instance. So that would be the position, and then supervising 35 troops. You can take your basic responsibilities for that position, some of the things that you've done that are associated with the position, and put those in there. And you can have a long list. It's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to break down some of that as we go forward. But I'm going to do this in a very simple fashion so that you understand where we're going. So the accomplishment side, as a platoon sergeant, we could put in there, had 3 people, and what I'd say is 3 team members start to talk into the civilian sector language. So we had 3 team members promoted to leadership positions, and we'll walk through why that's important. Awarded whatever medal it was. Your troop that you led might have been, or platoon that you led, might have been awarded meritorious service type of things, or recognized for something like that. Very important to know those accomplishments. And then let's slide over into attributes. And the attributes meaning, okay, how did you do this? What are the things, the characteristics that you bring to the table that allowed you to have success in these accomplishments in that type of role? And so when we look at it, you could put down situations like team builder, teacher, trainer, mentor, all the different attributes that you bring to the table that have helped you be successful in that prior position. Now, realizing that you may not have had a position of leadership, that's okay. What are the things that really separated you? So, for instance, let's say that you were a tank driver, or maybe a vehicle driver, that type of thing. You can take and put down the attributes there is, keen attention to detail, understanding, the integral parts of an engine, whatever the case may be, things that would really stand out. When you go over to benefits, what I'd like you to do is kind of change your perception maybe of how you've been presenting yourself. I want you to think in terms of that person sitting across the desk from you. All right, so what is it about the things that you bring to the table? Why would that be a benefit to a prospective employer? And so let's go through this a little bit. The benefit is that you have an ability to really connect with your team members. You have an ability to really lead, teach, and develop. And you can break these things down. And so I'm not going to go into a lot of them, but you can break it down and really put down the things that would be a benefit to a prospective employer. And this is kind of a wide angle approach. And what I mean by that is you may be sending out your resume and that type of thing to different individual or different organizations, and so you may not know exactly what it is they're looking for. That's okay. These attributes and capitalizing on, and then looking at the benefit that it be to a prospective employer, you can put those things in and really make this be a powerful presentation. It also will help you in formulating your resume, taking and putting these things down as well. So let's go to the plus section. This plus section is where you have taken and done the recon behind a particular position. You've taken and looked at the culture of the company, looked at their product base, you've looked at successful people that might have been in that position, what helped them to rise to the ranks or to higher levels of authority, that type of thing. And so what we're looking for is to take and really connect with that individual employer. And so when you're thinking about interviewing, that type of thing, you can take and put down, for instance, I understand that this position is for a production supervisor and that you're seeking a real team builder. In my previous position, I directed 30 associates. Keeping in mind, we're looking back at communicating in civilian sector language now. So rather than say troops, we talk about associates. In that role, I've actually had the great fortune of training and mentoring these individuals, and 3 of my people under my direction were actually promoted to higher levels of authority. So I really understand how to connect with my team, how to take and get them to see a bigger vision, how to take and strive, that type of thing. You might put for instance, if your team met a goal, that type of thing, I have the ability to pull a very diverse group of people together towards a common effort, something like that. I think this will prove to be a very successful exercise for you in learning how to communicate what it is that you bring to the table and how it's applicable to a prospective employer. Feel free to communicate with me at russ@directionalmotivation.com if you have any questions on this. Thank you for allowing me to discuss this with you today.